future endeavors. We are thrilled to have such an amazing gathering of visionaries, thought leaders, and changemakers under one roof, and touched the hearts of millions. But tonight, we are honored to have with us the man whose genius needs no introduction. But as your host, it is my absolute privilege to do so anyway. He's the man behind the music that has been the soundtrack to our lives, from soul-stirring melodies to electrifying beats. With an Grammys and countless awards to his name, he's a true global icon of musical excellence. But beyond the accolades, his art speaks of passion, purpose, and power to unite. So without further ado, let's turn up the applause and welcome the one and only Dr. A.R. Rahman to the stage. Let's make it loud, folks. He deserves it. Okay. Let's give a warm round of applause, everyone. Now I invite chief guests over here, Ashish Kulkarni, and I invite both of them to the stage also. Once again, a warm welcome to the XTIC 2024, where the XR Summit is happening. So let's make this evening unforgettable. Now welcoming Professor Manivanan. Now it's my great honor to invite Sir to the stage, a distinguished academic. Please join me in giving him a warm round of applause.
I'm very happy to welcome all of you to this XR Summit 2024, which is the first XR event in India where industry and academia together is participating and setting vision for India in the next 30 years. By 2047, this center XTIC in IIT Madras has a vision of making India as a XR corridor. And for the last 3 years, we have been setting up several roadmaps under the guidance of Prakash Damodaran sir, who was the first IT secretary of Tamil Nadu. And so as the vision of XTIC, shared by our chief guest today, Dr. Rahman, to make India as a first, right? So everybody knows India's IT corridor. Can we make India as a XR corridor in the next 30 years? Can we make India as a first? So I'm very happy that now Dr. Rahman has this vision of putting India as the first. He has this wonderful project, Lee Musk, which is a VR movie, first ever made feature-length movie made in India, and it is going global, putting the India as a first. Right? And we just learned a lot of technical issues that he has faced through, and then he has solved through. We are very, very amazed to see that you have solved those issues, and then you are putting up this wonderful product to the world stage and making all of us, India, proud of this particular moment of XR. Thank you so much. We are very humble with this one. I thought he's a musician. I thought he's a artist, but when we probed him with all the technical questions, he is not he's not less than any of the other engineers. So if you ask if you ask any technical questions on AR, VR, now he can answer very well actually. So that shows how much struggle you have gone through. You are with a system and learned through, and then now solved it. We are very, very happy, and we are very now amazed to see the enthusiasm and perseverance you have now gone through this. Thank you so much for this. Recognizing his wonderful contributions in this particular XR feature-length film, we XTIC is very proud to award this XTIC Award 2024 for innovation and to Dr. A.R. Rahman. And I wanted to before I read this citation, I wanted to play a very small feature-length movie on this. Can you please roll the video? This music also is set by Dr. A.R. Rahman.
Right in front of you in a way where you intimately experience, in a way that we don't even experience people in real life.
I really appreciated just all the specific details to really make it real, whether it was the music, how well the face was rendering, and just really being a part of the experience in a way that I don't think most folks have been able to accomplish yet.
That was ridiculous. Like, what was that? Like, I can finally see a world that I'd like to see every day.
LeMus is a groundbreaking achievement in immersive storytelling, blending virtual reality, olfactory technology, and advanced sound design to redefine cinematic experiences. As one of the world's first feature-length VR films, LeMus integrates 360-degree visuals, spatial audio, and scent delivery system. Multisensory narratives. Rahman's innovative use of technology and his mastery of sound design, including dynamic spatial audio, make the audience an integral part of the storytelling, transcending traditional boundaries of the cinema. This pioneering effect established him as a deserving recipient of XTIC Award 2024 for innovation. XTIC IIT Madras is happy to bestow XTIC Award 2024 for innovation on Dr. A.R. Rahman. Please give him a big applause for his beautiful achievement. Now, I request Steve Lavalley and Anna Lavalley to come to the stage to hand over the award to Dr. A.R. Rahman. Please, yeah. So, the audience don't need an introduction of Steve Lavalley and Anna Lavalley, who are the co-founders of the Oculus. They are the visiting faculty in IIT Madras, who went through the groundbreaking design of the Oculus, which is what I can. Thank you. Thank you, Steve and Anna. Can you be seated on the stage for a few moments for a fireside chat with Dr. A.R. Rahman? I would request now Steve and Anna to now ask few questions to Dr. A.R. Rahman about this, now his experience of making this movie. Please go ahead.
Okay, well, thank you very much for spending time with us today. And with your remarkable level of achievement, you're welcome to say whatever you like, but I'll give you some questions anyway to guide things, certainly. So I'm very curious about the kinds of struggles or unexpected obstacles you might have had, because it took a lot of determination for 6 years of effort. And you mentioned earlier to me the point when you tried Samsung Gear VR and it changed your life in some way and gave you this vision. So what were the obstacles to make that sort of happen, or unexpected kinds of things that happened along the way?
Thank you for this award. I'm really honored that it was made for the world from India. So getting an award in Chennai where it's born is really special. So I think to do this we have to be crazy. And I have a crazy team. There's Srirag is sitting, a main VFX supervisor, and we're all like a family. We just, whenever I finish a big project and I want to get out of music, I'll come to this VR room and they'll show me all the goodies. Each shot took 3 months to render, and some of them are re-rendered, and that's why the six years of thing. And we constantly were looking at how can we push this? How can we not do mistakes of what previously people have done, like lower frame rate or lower quality stuff, which would make people. Some people have made bad content so that people start hating VR. When they put VR, no, I can't wear that because I feel dizzy, and that's because I think people move the cameras, they do certain things which would make people uncomfortable. So the most important thing, the rule for me was to make people comfortable. And that's why if you see all the comments, it's all about, I don't want to take this off. Whereas people usually say, I can't keep this on for more than 15 minutes. So our movie is 37 minutes and people take it out and say, was it 10 minutes? So, they don't even know the time went by. Yeah.
I've suffered through so much bad VR, so it's very impressive that you're able to get people to 37 minutes. That's really an amazing accomplishment on top of everything else. So, very nice.
I think half the stuff is a little bit of the story, and the music also helps a lot.
Very good.
I have a question as well. As an artist, you want to bring your art to the masses. And I have a question: if you are frustrated with the accessibility of your art, that not everybody is able to try it, not everybody will be able to try those chairs and experience this for 37 minutes.
The good thing is VR is affordable because you can get an Oculus for $300, and we can get other sets. There's a Geo set I saw for 8,000 rupees or something. So there are, things out there, but to make it, we need special cameras. We need calibration of these two cameras, and we still don't have time code sync between these two cameras. We just sync it through audio, but what we get out of it is definitely far better than, not I would say better or worse. It could coexist with cinema. Cinema has a certain community feel. In this, it's very personal and more immersive, so which you don't get even in real life, the kind of privacy and. Yeah.
Very good, very good. I think one thing I would like to ask you, since we're on the IIT Madras campus, this is a very prestigious engineering institution, as you know, and so do you have any kind of message for students who might want to work in this space or contribute to this technology? What kinds of things should they be thinking about?
I personally think that whenever I go to Microsoft, I go to Apple or Intel, I see a lot of Indians out there, and I was thinking, why is the next Apple not coming from India? Why is the next Nvidia not coming from India? Right? What stops them? I think that has to be. I think the government has to help that to happen. The next big technological things should come from India, whether it's Lamask, which was kind of unprecedented because I didn't want to do anything Indian content in the beginning because this technology is so much, and it's a project which required international importance. So I did that in English. And these are the questions I asked. Why? And the professor was saying that the touch of iPhone was from a student from here. I never know. People should know all this to get inspired. And that is one of the major factors in the iPad and the iPhone. So one of our guys has done that. That is very inspiring. And he said, we don't have PR facility. We don't know. I think, don't worry, I'll be your PR from now. And there is still a lot more to do. I think first we need to find how to make money out of this. In experience centers, which like how cinema theaters have taken off. Cinema is an industry which is probably the second or third industry in India, and we need that aspect to be taken care of. Certain people will get inspired because I'm crazy and I didn't care about money, and I'm making money through my music, so I could put all my money into this as a passion project. So yeah.
It's a very good point. And one question I have then is, do you think there's any hope for indie artists in this space? Like, is there anything they can do at this time, or do they have to wait to get past these sort of medieval stages of the technology in order to do things? We did a couple of, the use cases of this is phenomenal, because when we started this, I was thinking holistically. I was thinking, how do you sustain this if I start a VR center? And then I was thinking of people who can't go for pilgrimages. We could scan temples, and they could have an experience of religious places. Then they could have marriages in 3D, so they can relive there's many use cases where people can use VR. Now AI has come in. I think we can do much more things with that one, replicating teachers or spiritual guides, or I'm just thinking about Indian contextual uses. Yeah. But I think don't use it too much, you'll get vertigo. Okay, very good.
So one of our students in IIT Madras has married in virtual reality.
Oh yeah.
Bringing the dead father-in-law in the virtual reality, and it made us a surprise to the fiancé. So
that's great.
Good use cases you're highlighting it.
Yeah, we thought this was just 5%. We have a whole book of what all we can do. We're just brainstorming the first, from 2016. So we have loads of ideas stacked up, loads of experiments, taking human forms, dance forms, sculptures, and digital sets, and Unreal Engine, all the stuff.
Yeah.
You come to a place, we'll show you.
Yeah, sure.
How much time we spend on this?
So since we are a technology institute, we wanted to use AR VR to see whether we can transform a rural student into a Srinivasa Ramanujam, mathematical genius. So if now VR has the potential of transforming, embodying one person into different gender, right? So I being a male, I can become a female in the virtual reality, and then how well I can become is now measured by so many factors. We want to see the same technology can be used, transform a rural student who is not interested in mathematics to become a Srinivasa Ramanujam, or maybe.
Absolutely. I think last time when I came here, I showed you the Meta project.
Okay.
It's again from India. We are creating a world band, and it's got Chinese, African, Irish, American, Indian, North Indian, South Indian both. And this is the same thing. You don't have to be trapped in a body to be a person. What is inside might be not the person who we feel like people see. Great use case.
So with regard to storytelling, what has to happen sort of differently in this space in comparison to sort of ordinary film, or maybe even musical compositions as a form of storytelling and things like that? I don't know how it all sort of relates, but.
So when you do storytelling, I think in a normal 2D movie, the director wants his thoughts of what he wants you to watch. It's forced upon you. In here, you see everything. It's like theater. You see everything, and that's why we need this chair to show you where you want to see, where you should see. And also, I was thinking about Indian classical dances, because you see classical dance like 20 meters apart, or you never see that intimately of what the person is doing with the eyes and the face and the expressions. So we're experimenting on that project where you can experience dance in a way we've never experienced before. So
does it make sense to also have conditional experiences where you have by interacting with the content in some way, you may choose the outcomes or help reshape what happens? Does that make some kind of sense? Or?
I think the next level would be interactive, definitely. Suppose like Sixth Off kind of a thing, where you have a character, and then we're already seeing that on 2D, like on the phones with an AI image, AI character talking to you and all this stuff. So my idea is for my band, the meta band Secret Mountain, where you can speak to all of them, you can sing along with them, all that stuff.
Very good, very good.
Can I ask you one last question?
Yeah, please.
So for regular movie making, there is a setup pipeline, very well defined pipeline. But for this virtual reality, there is no pipeline at all, right? There is no grammar at all. So you must have gone through a lot of experiments, and then coming with a successful grammar, successful pipeline. That itself is a big experiment you have done. So it's very amazing. Do you want to explain how you experimented with this pipelines?
I want to give it to my boy. Srirag, you want to answer this question? So, he was the main tech guide for this one.
I think it started with... I think it started with actually being very inspired by the Oculus demos to begin with. The first time I put it in a small room, so put this headset and this.
I remember actually I got an Oculus because it was in the queue, and somebody said I don't like it. I gave it. I don't want it to look because they had something else, and
yeah.
I brought that and I bought a computer. There was a very, very small room. It was just like 3-meter room, and I took the boys to Anand and Srirag. Where are you taking me? They said. I said to your future.
Yeah, so it's the first time that expanded the showdown demo, an incredible demo in storytelling. I think it gave us a lot of ideas. But then that was again interactive, that was a game engine demo. So we had to find a way to, how do we bring live action into VR? It started with experimenting with many cameras, stereo rigs, just trial and error, till we had to jump in and pick one and just go ahead with it and then fix it in post. So a lot of discovery was done in post on how to fix the inherent issues that come from 360-degree stereoscopic VR filming. We did not stick with 180, we stuck with 360 because we wanted the viewer to be completely immersed and feel like they're present in another place altogether. In this case, Rome, Bosnia, several places that we shot. So a lot of the work was done in post, where we had to figure out how do we clean this footage up, and that's the major part of the 6 years. Major part of it was finding the right vendors for it, because of a lot of Indian VFX pipelines are stuck to the cinema and filmmaking, where they have a fixed pipeline. Now, to open them up to something like this, to understand that there is no frame, they see things within a screen. So we had to give them the headsets to see, okay, this is what you're doing. And that's when they knew that the complexity was much higher. We couldn't do with 67% quality, oh, okay, this is good enough, nobody's going to notice it. Because you're blowing up something that's, completely around you. Every single mistake was seen. So we had to keep going on and on it, multiple reshoots to test. So every year there would be new headsets, new cameras. And we had to keep up. We are not done with the film yet. So by the time we reached Cannes, we were like, okay, these headsets, the film's not good enough for this headset, so enter AI upscaling, and we had to upscale the entire film up to 6K just to bring that what the technology can give to the audience. So a lot of effort put on that front.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rahman. Thank you, Professor Steve and Anna, for this insightful discussion between you and Dr. Rahman. With this, I would request the next program of this event is to recognize excellent, top-performing XR startup companies. I would request Dr. Palani to say a few words on this award of this XR startups. How we went through this selecting these XR companies. I would like him to speak a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Parinipan Ramo. I'm from the Department of Engineering Design. So part of this XTIC, the plan was to recognize some startups, and there was a call for intention to apply. Few startups, quite a lot of them applied, and there was a process to scrutinize and filter some of them. A few of them set up stalls here. There was a committee, about 6 people, comprises of Mr. Rabindra Shah from IRS, Mrs. Padma Shri Suresh from HCL, Balaji Venkatraman from Netherlands Consulate, Lokesh Borgowda from Samsung, Ms. Alpana Dubey from Accenture, and myself. So we went through this process over several days, and we selected a few startups from the numerous applications that we received. And today we had a stall. We discussed with them just to make sure that we didn't miss any of the points that they had noted. And the following is the list of awards. Following is the list of awards. Steve is going to give. I'll just announce. Okay, fine. So, okay, so here is the bonus. Dr. A.R.R. has agreed to give away the awards. And so the first award in the category of Best Enterprise XR Solution Award goes to Plutoman Technologies. The stalls are still up there, I believe, so if you get a chance, you should visit. They are pretty impressive. The second award is in the category of XR Sustainability Award, and the award goes to Bala Artrel Private Limited. The next category is XR Startup of the Year. It goes to Satori XR. The next category is XR Education Training Award. The next category is XR Design Excellence Award. Goes to Magnimus. They practically gate crash.
This XTIC newsletter is what we are going to, we are doing it every quarterly, we are publishing it. This was the special edition which we released today. And what we intend to do at IIT Madras under XTIC, whatever research work we are doing in our country, and scholars are doing the work, startups are doing, academia are doing, industries are doing in terms of product development in XR area, in terms of unique application development, any new events are happening, new technologies are adopting, right? That's what we all wanted to cover it. So I'm just sharing this as a publication thing. And we have got the XTIC website, and we can go get the all latest digital edition of this version is available, what we released today, and the past edition also. I will encourage all the participants here to please share your success story on the link given there. I would like to cover it and filter it. This is a nice initiative because whatever we do is go to the not India and the globally. That's what we intend to do. And thank you so much, Professor Mani and Sir Prakash sir for doing that and guiding us. Thank you so much for having sir for honoring it.
So now all of you have an exciting opportunity. This particular panel is willing to, and especially Sri A.R. Rahman, we will be taking some questions from the audience. So if any of you have questions, please raise your hands for the next 5 minutes. Top 5 questions. Okay, not a lot of hands, but top 5. Okay, yeah, pause. Please. We will bring the mic to you.
Hello. Hello. Great fan of you. So, my question is how XT can be used with music as therapy for people? That's the question.
Yes, I think that's one of the things we are researching on, I think for the past 5 years. How to use virtual reality and immersive. Because I think there's so much of noise, so much of chaos in the world. I think we want to take them to a place where they feel at peace and they could get subliminal messages from the content we can create. Yeah, that's one of the plans.
Youngsters' creativity. So nowadays the students are skipping the fundamentals. They are directly getting into the updated version of making videos, updated version of composing the sounds. So they are. Do you think they are skipping the fundamentals? So is that affecting their creativity?
I think there's no rules in creativity. I think I think how passionate you are in. I think there's one way of also teaching is to show a product and put a group of people, say, create it. Create something like that, copy it. And by each one will have a different process to copy that one. And in that way, they create their own, I think that's a great exercise. Even in music, some people, I think some of the universities do, they have a classical piece for around 16 bars and they say, what is this made of? Recreate it. That way, I think if you want to get somewhere, I think you use many tools. There's just tools, that's it. What comes out should be a wholesome product.
Okay, because when you're talking about the Lee mask and I saw the trailer, that it is also giving a artificial smell as well, so olfactory visualizations. Can you tell me more about how did you manage to give that kind of rendering? And what kind of tools did you use for that?
So that was the whole, the moment I said smell is when Intel came in as a collaborator, and because that was very new. And why not? Because we have stuff for the ears, for the eyes, and so we wanted to go beyond. How can you I feel like cinema is over 100 years old, and you still have the same rectangle where you watch. I felt like we can go much more further in innovating things, and VR actually was helpful in that one.
And people gave good feedback on that as well. The smell
correct.
is also...
The smell, I think we got an Algerian perfumer who came to Paris, and we have a special smell actually formulated for this experience. And the olfactory director was Danny Boyle's daughter, Grace Boyle. She had done something on a forest project. So she was very excited that this multiple smells, not one. And now from 6 we've gone to 12 now.
Surprises there. One, I know that this can't be a yardstick, but this is the first film. So what was the budget, if we can?
No, beyond the budget, it's just the time spent and people who believed in it. I thank all the people who believed in it, Intel, the Ideal, and so the many producers, friends, and many people like Whistling Hoods helped with internship. You know, they got, and then Prasad Digital helped. Then we had somebody from Ukraine, somebody from America. So there's almost 1,000 people who worked on this one.
Wow.
And after a while, actually, I felt it's already, it was over, I think, 90 minutes of, I said, nobody's going to put this for 90 minutes, so I cut it down to 37 minutes, which changed the whole thing. The budget is over 4-5 million USD.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you.
Let's give a round of applause for that budget, first of all. Next question. Please pass the mic to that side. Yep.
Innovate certain things in the industry. I saw a video of you playing, composing music in the air, and of course you did a lot in Les Masques. What drives you crazy to do certain things?
Boredom.
Yeah.
So when you get bored of a certain practice, you just find how can we improve what people experience, how can we, and because I've been working from the age of 13 in the studios, 10 years for other people, then I started my own music. So in music, music is also how do you tame the monster called technology and bend it towards your needs. How can you make the harshness of it go and soothe it for your ears. Same way I think in this, why should cinema be only 2D and rectangle form? Why can't we have smell in it? Why can't we have haptics in it? Why can't we have audio which is ambisonic and all that stuff? Why can't we have a story which is about, which has the same thrill but also human elements which should, because everything is about violence today. So in this, you can never have somebody going to a garden and smelling something. They say lag cut panilan. So in this you can really feel that somebody is going to a garden. You are in that garden, and the technology makes you feel so real. And you can shift from there to a Taj Mahal, or to a Colosseum in Rome, or to a Bosnian bridge. So all these things we've just had fun doing all this stuff.
Hi, Dr. Ram. For climate change and sustainability, with this technology, you'll travel less, you can have a great experience sitting at home. There's a lot of tourism stuff which could happen. Are there some more ideas you have in your idea book which can help with this technology, which can help the planet more and reduce emissions and carbon footprint, regeneration, all that stuff?
There are, I think. The only drawback is you can't have a community experience like how we're all seeing each other. And good thing is once you put there, you can't watch Twitter or Facebook, everything is cut off. So you have 100%, it's a very responsible job. So people are completely locked into your thing. And every bit of your content has to be, or your film or your art has to be immersive and responsible and extraordinary. And then you're going to take it away. It's not boring this one. So we've tested us so much. We've tested it on people. We've not only here, abroad, from Ukraine to Americans to French people to Singaporeans to. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So you are super creative. I mean, world-class, super creative person. So I just see that for Century we have cinema halls and we go to cinema halls. So what is the next level of cinema hall look like? Like example, XR can be the next thing, 3D world, 4D world
Next
and all.
level is in Vegas. It's called the Sphere. And then if you go there, it's when I felt like if each city has that one, I think people, it's really, really amazing. If you have a time, I mean, they're coming to Abu Dhabi, of course, it'll be easy for you in a couple of years.
Great, great. I'll explore it. Thank you.
So privileged to have you and give you your time. So
Do you think AI is a threat to the music industry? Because the other day I was watching a YouTube video, they were saying in 5 minutes they just composed everything. What do you feel about that?
I think it's just a tool. We'll get bored of it. And then human beings always find a way to, AI can't come and talk like this or sing with a guitar or with a piano. I think that is going up now because what you see on a phone can be created now. You can have a political leader saying something which they don't even believe with deep fake and everything. But the reality is when you see me, this is real. And if you see the music industry in the past couple of years has gone multiple folds higher. Stadium concerts, arena concerts and all this stuff because people want to see the reality. They want to see the flaws. Yeah.
Hi sir, Murli from TCS. So most of the films are linear, like even in 360 degree, like Ritual, the story goes in one path. What do you think about having a multi-dimensional story? Like if I select this character, the story can take. So when do you think this can happen? This can.
I think the whole movie, the content of the movie is going to hopefully go into a game engine in the future. Exactly. So this is something which I imagined 15 years back. How, if we all think about the dog in the story, it'll be the dog's point of view. If we think about the maid or something, or the servant, it'll be his point of view. So I think that is not far away. I think that's a great idea. So each movie hall would be a different story, different point of view, which I was thinking about. I gave my idea off now.
So because of the shortness of time, we will be just taking 3 more questions only. So to the gentlemen in the front.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. A.R. Rahman. I'm from IIT Madras. I know you through your good old secretary, Noel James. We have met before, maybe in Dubai. I'm heading a new initiative, exactly what Professor Manivan was talking about. How do we market some of the assets from institutions like IIT Madras, and that's what I'm heading, taking this all global. I'm going to touch on a point. It's not going to be a question, but something that you brought up, which is obviously one was about marketing. But the most important aspect is a lot of talent out here. In fact, you spoke about use cases. I was part of a strategic advisor of a company that started pretty early and had to close down, which was called VR Devotee, taking people to various pilgrimage places. In fact, worked brilliantly, but unfortunately could not take off. I think one of the challenges I feel, and I've lived outside, worked with all the companies you worked with, Intel, etc., when you're doing the project with them. I've just come back here. What I found was, I think what some of this talent needs is what I call patient investing. You've taken 6 years to come out with something. I think some of these great talent in this place, they don't have that, unfortunately. And some brilliant ideas, great innovations just die over a period of time because investors are not really willing to go the journey with them. I just thought, I don't know whether you have a similar thought.
Yeah, that is, I think we need to, all the startup initiatives have to, I think most of them believe like that, at least there. They invested like 7, 8 startups and then one takes off. I don't know why here, I think we should all discuss about it and bring a way where we can encourage something. When I was in MIT, I did a little course in 2017, 18 on cluster computing and imaging and all this stuff. Is when I saw many little things which are coming up. Like one girl was having trying to get imagery through Wi-Fi, and now somebody has done that, taking the Wi-Fi imaging, like without any cameras, and then having artificial intelligence to create human being forms. That what are they doing? Are they living or dead? Especially for older people, and that and the neural influence on the brain to check the person is happy or not. So I'm very curious to come to your lab. I'm sure that stuff like that is happening. We don't know about it. Money Mama. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody has to be crazy.
So it's a fan moment. I don't have a question, but I have a request. Probably all of them in the audience would also voice it. Why don't you sing a song for us?
Come for me. Usually I don't sing without getting paid. No, actually I don't sing except for my concerts as a contractual thing.
It's anyway it's the thought that counts, so thank you, sir. Okay, so we just have last one more question only, and we are winding up the question answer session. So yep.
Hi sir, my name is Dheeraj. I live in Auroville and I'm a creative technologist. So I'm a storyteller at heart. I'm an artist, musician and dancer, but I also love working with XTIC. But I've been trying for 7 years and I've been self-funded mostly. So what advice do you have for people like me who are multidisciplinary and are still indie? I'm trying to figure out ways to get in.
Your time has come.
So another question is,
just
any
keep going,
chance?
are you on the right path and more deeper? Don't give up. We never gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Another question is, any chance that I can work with your team? I would be honored to.
Why not? You just contact Sri Rag is here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
So thank you, everyone. We would be wrapping our question and answer session now, and we like to thank Sri Rahman for answering all the questions and being very patient with us. So now we'll be moving ahead with wrapping up our ceremony. I'll be going ahead with my word of thanks and for all of you to being here. So as we come to the close of this remarkable journey, that is the XTIC XR Summit 2024, it is my honor and privilege to deliver the word of thanks on the behalf of the entire organizing team. First and foremost, let us put our hands together for the one and only A.R. Rahman sir. Your presence, your inspiring words and groundbreaking work with Les Musk in XR has added a magical touch to our event. And most importantly, as engineers, you have kindled our passion to be storytellers also. So thank you for pushing us to go beyond our boundaries and risk and learn new things. So once again, applause to you, sir. And now, a big round of applause to Steve and Anna for joining us to present the awards, making this even more special and fun. And if you guys know, you can find him in his auto somewhere. So for the people who know, they know. So yeah. So moving ahead, we like to take a moment to appreciate all our plenary, keynote speakers and esteemed panelists, and so many others who contributed their expertise to the event. So let's give them a big hand. And to the XTIC committee that has been behind the XR Summit 2024, your insight is what made this event happen. So to the committee folks. We would also like to celebrate the incredible works of the startups who are pushing the boundaries of the innovation in XR. So we like to thank you for attending the event and registering for this event. Thank you again.
Don't make it down, man. Make it down, man. கொஞ்சம் டவுன் பண்ணுங்க பாலாம். நிறைய அவார்ட்ஸ் வாங்கிருக்கீங்க. ஒரு எஜுகேஷன் இன்ஸ்டிடியூட்ல இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு அவார்ட் ரிசீவ் பண்றது எப்படி பாக்குறீங்க? ஏன்னா டாக்டரேட்லாம் வாங்கிருக்கீங்க நீங்க. ரெடியா? மைக் டவுன் பண்ணுங்க. ப்ளீஸ் சைலண்ட். நீங்க பண்ணுங்க. இது பண்ணாதான் கரெக்டா இருக்கும். அதான் நீங்க பண்ணுங்க. சார் கொஞ்சம் சத்தமா மட்டும் பேசுங்க. பேசுங்க. So
சென்னையில் வந்து ஐஐடின்றது ஒரு பெருமையாக இருக்குது. இந்த மாதிரி இன்ஸ்டியூஷன் இருக்கிறது எவ்வளோ பேர் வந்திருக்காங்க. அவங்க ஃபுல்லாக உலகில் ரொம்ப சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்திருக்காங்க. நான் ஐஐடியில் வந்து சின்ன வயசில் ஒரு 13 வயசில் வந்திருக்கேங்க. இந்த லேமாஸ்க்ன்றது வந்து இந்தியாவிலேருந்து உலகத்தரமான ஒரு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வெளியே போகணுன்ற ஆதங்கத்தில் பண்ணது. அதுக்கு எல்ஏல ஹாலிவுட்டில் ஒரு அவார்ட் கிடச்சிது. அதுக்கப்புறம் 2 அவார்ட் கிடச்சிருக்கு. ஸோ இங்கே அது கிடைச்சது பெருமையாக இருக்குது. எல்லா பக்கமே இருக்குது. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்
சார். மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட் ஆப்பிள்லாம் வந்து இந்தியாவிலேருந்து அங்கே போகணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. ஸோ அதுக்கு நீங்கள் என்ன முயற்சி எடுக்கிறீங்க?
இல்லை, நான் என்ன சொன்னேன், இங்கே ஏன் ஒரு மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட், இங்கே ஏன் ஒரு ஆப்பிள் இந்தியாவில் உருவாக்க முடியல? ஸோ நம்மெல்லாம் ஒரு டிரைவராக இல்லை, ஒரு பேசஞ்சராக இருக்கும். அதனால் இங்கே இருக்கிற யங் மைண்ட்ஸ்லாம் ரொம்ப இன்டெலிஜென்ட். இப்போ அவங்களுக்கு எல்லாருமே தெரியும். ஸோ லீடர்ஷிப் என்கரேஜ் பண்ண சொல்லுவாங்க.
சார் ஏஐ தொழில்நுட்ப இசையை வந்து ஆதரவுக்குமா? சார் ஏஐ லீமஸ்க்கு 6 வருட உழைப்பு அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருந்தீங்க. 37 நிமிடத்துக்கு ஃபியூச்சர்ல இந்த மாதிரியான அதிக காலம் எடுத்துக்கிறோமா? இந்த
இல்லை, அந்த 6 வருஷத்தில் வந்து இந்த ஒர்க் ஃப்ளோ இதெல்லாம் கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கோம். அதனால் இப்போ இனிமேல் பண்ணுறதெல்லாம் அதிகபட்சமாக ஒரு 1 மந்த்தில் முடிக்க முடியும்.
சார் அதுக்கான ஃபார்முலாவாக இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஃபியூச்சர் விஆர் டெக்னாலஜிக்கான ஃபார்முலா லீமஸ்க் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு நம்புறீங்க? ஆமாம், லீமஸ்க் பண்ணதுனால இந்த ஒர்க் ஃப்ளோலாம் நாங்கள் வந்து எங்கள் ஸ்டுடியோவில் நாங்கள் உருவாக்கி வச்சோம். சார் இந்த மியூசிக்கை வந்து ஏஐ வந்து வர காலத்தில்
இதை பற்றி பேசலாம்.
இல்லை ஏஐ வந்து இப்போ மியூசிக்கை வந்து
என்ன சொல்லிட்டேன்.
நீங்கள் பேசும்போது ரெக்டாங்கிள் ஸ்க்ரீனில் தான் நம்ம பார்த்து பழகிருக்கோம் சார். இந்த மாதிரி விஆர்ல 360ல பார்க்கும்போது எப்படி அடாப்ட் பண்ண முடியாது ஆடியன்ஸ்? சார் ஸ்மைல் டெக்னாலஜி அவங்களே கொஸ்டின் கேட்டிருந்தாங்க, எப்படி கடையோட ஒன்றி பார்க்க முடியும்?
நான் தனியாக ஒரு வீடியோ போடுறேன்.
ஸோ எனக்கு ஒன்று ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அண்ட் ஃபார்மோஸ்ட் எதுக்கு ராஜி திடீர்னு மண்டே எனக்கு மெசேஜ் பண்ணிட்டு எனக்கு